Hey guys, this is Dan Koch, and if you're watching this video, you're on my list, and I want to just apologize first off because I haven't sent you any good material in a while, and I'm recommitting myself to that this year. Last year I spent most of the year developing my short sale business, working on it, flying down to Florida, masterminding with other people in the business, and just perfecting things and getting it to run on autopilot. Before that, I was really tied up, really busy with things, and didn't have time to do anything but work in my business, 50, 60 hours a week. The reason I'm making this video is because I got an email the other day from a guru who was selling a course on how to set up VAs, virtual assistants, for your business. And that's just so simple, so stupid, and I don't want you to get caught up in that and waste your money on a course like that. The other day I sent out an email telling you about two great websites to do that on. One's elance.com and the other one is odesk.com, odesk.com. Oh, just so you know, I'm down here at the beautiful Missouri River. It's actually flooding right now. Let me show it to you guys. You can see it out there in the distance. There's a barge right there, and there's the river flowing through. Just decided to take a motorcycle ride down here. If you know me, you know I'm passionate about motorcycles, about real estate, about business in general, my family, friends. I like to have a good time. That's why you see me dressed in a t-shirt and a camo hat. I don't like to be real flashy about things. I just like it to be, comfortable. And that's who I am. At the end of this video, I'll show you my motorcycle too. You'll probably get a kick out of it if you're into motorcycles. But anyway, so I'm going to answer 3 questions in this video that a lot of people have about virtual assistants. First is, why do I need a virtual assistant? Then we're going to answer, how do I set up my virtual assistants to maximize results? And number 3, what do I do if my virtual assistants aren't giving me the results I want? So those are some real common questions when it comes to virtual assistants. We gave you already the websites to go to, odesk.com, elance.com. First off, why do I need a virtual assistant? Well, if you're new to real estate, if you're just getting into real estate, you're going to find out real quick it's so easy to get overwhelmed by the mundane tasks in real estate. When I first got started back in 2007, I got caught up in the day-to-day trials and tribulations of real estate, making offers, setting my marketing up. I mean, it was just non-stop, and it basically ran me into the ground. I didn't have time for family, friends, anything really. So I decided to hire a virtual assistant. Virtual assistants are so cheap. I mean, they come from all walks of life, all over the world. And you'll find by going to those 2 websites, Elance or Odesk, that you can actually interview assistants based on their geographic location. Right now, I have 3 virtual assistants that work full-time for me. One's from the Philippines, and another one is actually from Taiwan. So the one from the Philippines has worked for me on and off for about probably since about 6 months after I got started in real estate. The one from Taiwan, she works for me full-time, about 36 hours a week. The one from the Philippines, she works only about 10 hours a week, but she's the best. She's more expensive though. So one thing I want to share with you is that the reason you need a virtual assistant is because they don't have to work full-time, especially when you're just getting started in real estate. I know people don't have a lot of money, and the good thing about virtual assistants is you can set them up to work 1 hour a week, anywhere up to, some of them work 50 hours a week. So that's the good thing. If you're just getting started and you only have 15, 20 bucks a week to dedicate to a virtual assistant, then set them up 20 bucks a week, and you can get a virtual assistant to work 5 hours a week for you. The first thing that I used my virtual assistant for when I got started in real estate was to help me get organized. I was making a ton of offers on properties. I was going out wheeling and dealing, talking on the phone. I had phone numbers, I had follow-up to do, and I just didn't know how to get organized. And I'm still not good at getting organized. My virtual assistant really, really keeps me organized to this date. So that's really what I used them for. Another thing was to keep track of all my offers and eventually to write offers into, go through my short sale packets that I was filling out. You know, I got started in the business in short sales, and at one time had nearly 50 deals going at one time, and each packet consisted of probably 40 to 50 pages. And if you know me, you know I'm not good with paperwork. Like I said, I'm a wheeler and dealer. I like to get in there, get the information needed, but after that, organization is not my strong suit, and that's what I was using my virtual assistants for. The best way, let's answer how to set up your virtual assistants to maximize results. When you're getting started in real estate, you don't want to dive in over your head and get a virtual assistant for every task. You want to start out with one virtual assistant that's pretty good at a multitude of tasks. They're going to give you your most bang for your buck. And eventually, once you find one that fits in with your system like that, she can actually go out and recommend other people who are strong in a certain field. And you can even use the one virtual assistant that has, you know, that you started out with to manage your other virtual assistants down the road. And I'll make a video later on telling you about that. But once you can do that, that's how you experience true bliss in this business. That's when your business runs on autopilot. So that's what you want to do. You don't want to dive in and hire, you know, a girl just for your marketing, a girl just for your offers. You know, you don't want to hire somebody just for your internet marketing stuff. You want somebody, one person that you can trust with a multitude of tasks. The third thing I want to get to, and this is pretty much, in this short video right here, this pretty much sums up the course that people are selling for $900, $1,000. So that's really why it outraged me when I got that email that came across. And I'm not going to name names because, you know, I haven't sent you any good material in a while. So, you know, it's not really my place to do that. But what if, let's say you hire a virtual assistant and they don't turn out to be who you thought they were, or they're not doing your task correctly. Well, the beautiful thing about Odesk.com and Elance.com is if you hire a virtual assistant, you can kind of test the waters with them, so to say. You can give them little menial tasks to see if they can perform them, and if they do, you know, they don't get paid till they perform the task that you set up for. And all of that is integrated into Odesk and Elance.com, and that's why those are my two favorite websites. There's actually in each of those websites, there's a room where a workroom basically, where you and the virtual assistant log in. You put clear instructions on what needs to be done, and she completes it and uploads the work there for you. And if the work's not done to completion, they don't get paid. So, one thing that I want to leave you with before we stop talking about virtual assistants is you might go through 3 or 4 or 5 till you find the one that really fits with your personality and can handle the work that you have for them. But once you find that virtual assistant, I'll tell you what, doors are going to open up in your business. I know a lot of people, when they get started, they have a job, and until they really get going in real estate, they might not want to quit that job. Well, that's, you know, a virtual assistant can make sure your business runs when you're at work. And let me tell you, if you're out there competing against other full-time investors, that's what you need. And it's so easy to do. And I know most of us can dedicate 10 to 20 bucks a week to pay somebody. Why not put that 20 bucks a week towards 5 hours worth of work? Is your time, is 5 hours of your time worth 20 bucks? Probably not. If you can pay somebody else 20 bucks to do 5 hours worth of work, is it worth it? Yeah. So that's, you know, that's what I have to say about virtual assistants. If you have any questions about it, you can always just reply to the email that this video is in and ask me. I'll tell you, I'm an open book. I'll tell you anything you want to know about that. Later on in this year, I don't know if you know this about me, but one of my passions is internet marketing and driving traffic and building lists and building actually my buyer's list for my wholesale properties. And I was able to build a list from scratch to nearly 50,000 people in under a year and a half when I first got into this business. And I'm going to dedicate myself to putting together all this information so we can take new investors and veteran investors and get them on the internet without spending $5,000 to $10,000, or, you know, blowing the bank on learning the internet, because that's really what it's, you know, it's not about that. It's not about that. It's about leveling the playing field when it comes to investing. So let me walk over here. I'm down at the riverfront right now still. There's the water again, man. They say in a few days it's going to crest the river again, and it's going to come up here and flood. Let me walk over to my bike here, and I'll show you my motorcycle. I know a lot of my family doesn't like the fact that I ride a motorcycle. Only a few people in my family do. So I'm kind of the outlaw of the family. But as long as I'm safe and my mom doesn't have to look at it when I go over to family functions or ride it to Easter or Christmas or, you know, whatever, then she's cool with it. So I'm walking over to it right now. We're coming right up on it. It's actually it's a Harley Buell put onto a hardtail frame that I built. Here's a picture of it. Here it is right here. So it's kind of it's a cross between a sport bike and a chopper. Got the wide rear tire, and it's kind of done in a rat rod style. I'm kind of old school when it comes to cars and to bikes. I like the rat rod look. So it's all done in flat black primer, and that's it. It's nothing real fancy, but I love it, and it gets a ton of looks, and it just fits my personality. So until next time, you know, I hope you like this video. I know it's the first one I've done in a while, and I'm recommitting myself this year. I want to share with you guys everything that I learned in the last year, and I know it's taken me a while, and it's taken me a lot of time and effort and stuff to get to where I am in my business right now, and I want to share that with you guys, and hopefully we can grow together. So until next time, we'll talk to you later. Have a blessed day.